Hello everybody, it's Christy with Daisy Case Primitives, back with another video update on my cross stitch progress. Today is Friday, March 27th, 2026, and I think this is FlossTube episode number 79. I feel like I have a lot here to share with you today, so maybe this will be a longer video than usual. We'll just have to kind of wait and see. Several have asked in the past for longer videos. I know some like long ones, some like shorter. So at least here you get a variety of length of videos. Well, let's start out with my finishes. I haven't gotten anything fully finished. I've been stitching a lot, but I've not fully completed anything. So kind of dragging my feet on some of this. But the first thing here on the pile to show you is Plum Street Samplers, George and Martha. I shared last episode that I was working on this and I got this all finished, fully stitched. And let's see. I don't remember what this fabric is, so you may have to go to my last video. I don't even remember if I knew what it was last time on my last update. But this is my fully finish, I'm sorry. Now I did make some changes to some of the colors. Let's see here. Because this is a darker linen, some things were showing up and others weren't. Let's do this, sorry. I'll get this together in a minute. I changed up the coloring in the stars just to add a little more variety. And get a little closer, you can see how they all look. Last time George didn't have, he was headless. Now he's all situated, all finished, and I like it. I changed that star coloring up. The white stars, I think, are the ones that I changed, just so that they would show up better on this linen. And I pulled out a fabric here that I think I'm going to use to complete it. I think it looks nice on it. So I think this will be a pillow. Not sure exactly how I will finish the pillow, but that's what I'm going to use, and I think it'll look good together. So that was finished stitch number 1. And I don't have room already. Let's see if I can't scoot some of this stuff down. How is everyone? It's been crazy weather around here. We were like nearly 90 or 90 yesterday, and today it's like 45, 50 something. Crazy. The weather is just bipolar. Okay, this is a fully finish. I don't remember if I showed this last year. I remember starting it last year, maybe the end of the summer. I don't know, but I fully finished this. This is Liberty 1776. Hanging Sampler Pin Keep from Stacy Nash. Thanks to a stitching friend who passed along her pattern to me, I was able to stitch this. So thank you again. And I remember now, I stitched this on 36 count Manny Dodonna frog gray linen, and there's my finished stitch. I like how this turned out. put my initials here. They're hard to see on that linen, but in person you can see it. I think what I want to do with this is make it, rather than finish it as it's designed, I think I'm going to make a bag that I can hang off of a chair or a knob on a door or cupboard. And on this, I believe I did use, excuse me, I did use all of the called for flosses. And I really like how that turned out. That I did show this because I remember talking about that eagle, how unique he is. Very prim. I might have, I think I added another star down here because there was a different motif there. It may have been like a flower basket, and I like the stars for anything Americana patriotic, so I just stitched in another star in place of it. And I pulled this fabric that I might use to make it into a bag. So I think that will look good with it. So that would be finish number 2. I just need to get motivated to sit down and fully finish all of these. I usually, once I finish stitching something, I'll go ahead and fully finish it. And now I remember why I do that. If I put off doing the fully finishing, then they pile up and then I feel overwhelmed by it. And I'm not so eager as to do it. So I'm going to have to make myself. Okay. My next thing here on the pile to show you is one of my whips that I showed you a finish last time. This is Siren Stitches, A Congress of Eagles. I completed this one last time, and now I'm stitching this one. So there's the chart. And I'm stitching this on a 36 count Picture This Plus Nocturne, I believe. And I'm using Classic Colorworks Blacksmith Blue. And here is my start. This is 40 count. So it's going to be a lot smaller. That I finished but I really liked last time and showed you on the 36 count Sweeney Red. And this is what these two will look like together. So I thought the fabrics complemented one another, and decided I wanted to do my stitching in the blue with the Blacksmith Blue on this one. So that's my progress. This is taking me a little longer because it's stitched on 40 count, and it's a little more hard for me to see, and I just kind of have to slow down and take my time, pay attention better. So that is Siren Stitches, A Congress of Eagles. This one in the back. It sure does look pretty with the white, but I thought I would try the uniform blue. The next one I think I may start or may work on will probably be this one. And at this point, I probably will only do... My next whip is from a last year start, Summer House Stitchworks E Pluribus Unum. I love this, it's so pretty. This is kind of on a mystery linen. Let me see here. I go through this every time. Hand-dyed linens by E-Design. This is called Cinnamon Biscuits. I don't even know if you can get this kind of linen anymore. I purchased this a long time ago. That's the tag. It's kind of hard to see. I'm using Weeks Dye Works Kohl as the floss, and this is my recent progress. Moving along. I kind of have started now just putting a few threads a day in to try to make some more progress. And I'm starting to outline, excuse me, outline a little bit more here. So most of that will be fill in. There's a little bit of a pattern in here on the wing, but the rest will be fill in. And working down here to get the shield established. And hopefully this will go a little bit quicker here pretty soon. So I love this. I love this linen with it, with the color. I'll come in a little closer. Maybe you can see the coloring better. So I've been working on that again. Few threads a day. Summer House Stitch Works. And I purchased mine from the Silver Needle last year. And I'm enjoying that. It's a little bit tedious. I have to really pay attention to what I'm doing, but so I'm trying to get some of that outlined so it's not, I don't make as many mistakes that way, hopefully. Okay, now I'm kind of gonna get scrambled up a little bit with some new purchases that became new starts. This, yeah, I need to get better organized here. All right, I've had this pattern for quite some time. I shared it last time with some of my Patriotic Americana stitching stash. And I'm going to be stitching this, or I am stitching this with a couple other stitching friends. So this is Little House Needleworks Liberty, 1776. And I am stitching mine on a new fabric from Manny Dodonna called The Beach. Kind of show you the overall piece of fabric here, the coloring in it. It has like bluish gray modeling along with some kind of sandy colored modeling, but anywho, this is my start. This has been really a lot of fun and going quickly. I'm using all the charted flosses, except I decided to add, I noticed in the original model, and as it's charted and designed, there's no red. This coloring here in the star medallion is kind of a gold. What color is that? It is Brandied Pears, Classic Colorworks Brandied Pears. So it's kind of a golden color. And I like red, so I thought I'm just gonna kind of do my own thing here. And I added Classic Colorworks Manor Red to the design. And I added it here in this star. So this star was supposed to be kind of outlined in the darker blue with the lighter blue interior, and I changed that up to be the red. I'm thinking about the 1776 here charted in, what is that? It's a really dark brown. I don't have all of my pattern here. And I'm using a DMC in place of it, DMC 337071. So you can tell that's a darker brown. So that 1776 is charted in the dark brown, but I think I'm going to change it and use the Manor Red for the year. Because I tried it there in the 7. The 6 is the brown. And I think I like it. So I'm going to probably do the whole year in Manor Red. And these penny tongues are all charted with the lighter blue, which is Colonial or Classic Colorworks Milady's Teal. That's the color that's in the center of the penny tongues. You can see that. And I decided I was just going to kind of throw in a bit of red here in the center as I move along over with them. So just to get a little more red in it because I like the red. So that's my progress so far. And I really like it on this new linen. Manny Dodana's The Beach. Beach, B-E-A-C-H. I like how this star turned out here. It's just so pretty. Pretty, pretty. So that was a new start. Then the next thing I have here as a new start is a new market purchase. This is from the Proper Stitcher Patriotic Jubilee. So this was one of my market purchases. I really love this. And I started the America pillow on another piece of the Manny Dodana's The Beach linen. Here's a larger piece of it. After I received the smaller piece and I really liked it, I thought, oh, I'm gonna get a larger piece. So here you can see the blue modeling better. It's kind of a tealy blue, but it's so pretty. So here's my start on the America. Now, she's charted these with, what colors are they here? Granny Annie and Bamboo and Ruby Slippers, Classic Colorworks. And I decided I was going to use Weeks Dye Works Merlot and Twilight. So these are the colors that I am using on mine. And I'm really liking how this is looking on this linen. Really pretty. And I think I probably will stitch all 3. It's just so pretty. I love the font, the style of the lettering, and I really love it on this linen. I tried to start this on a section of the linen where it had some blue in it with this kind of, it's kind of a, oh, I don't know. I can't describe it. But I love it. I love how that looks. And I really like this new linen color. Manny Dodana. I really like their linens, their linen colors. It's so, so much fun. We have so many new designers and linen dyers, and It's like, how can they come up with, there's only so many dye colors, right? So how many color combinations can they combine to come up with these linen colors? It's interesting. I've always wanted to kind of play around with dyeing linen, but I just haven't done that yet. All right, so my last new start is one I'm really excited about because it is from Tina Woltman, brand new design that she just released, and did an exclusive with Liberty Hill Needleworks shop, and it is a Martha Tucker 1776 sampler. So Tina's business stitching is early workings, and that is the wonderful sampler. Get up closer. Let's see if we can do this. Look at that. This is, I think, the first sampler this size that Tina's ever designed, and she just did a wonderful job. Love it. So as soon as I got it, I started it. And I started mine on a piece of 36 count biscuit, B-I-S-C-U-I-T, biscuit linen from Seraphim Linens. And here's my start. Just got started on the border and working on some of those flowers at the top. That's just a couple of hours of stitching. And I love it. I love it. It's gonna be so pretty. So pretty. So I'm really excited for Tina. And so if you want to purchase this, you have to go to Liberty Hill Needleworks, and you can purchase this chart. I love it. The house. Oh, it's just going to be beautiful. Another beautiful sampler to put with my... I kind of have a patriotic theme going downstairs in my downstairs family room, so that will look great with that. Alrighty. So, next thing I have here to show you are what I chose for my market purchases. Someone had asked last video, or mentioned that they were looking forward to seeing what I chose. So, here we go. This first on the pile is from Summer House Stitchworks, Fragments in Time. This is called Patriotic Quaker, and this will be a series. How many's in this series? I saw a picture of all the models stitched together. I don't remember now how many there are. This is number 1. The stitch count on this is 51 by 51. The model was stitched on 32 count colonial parchment, fabrics by Stephanie. And they made their own cording from the DMC 336. And the other DMC color is 355. So it's all stitched with DMC, and they made their cording with navy blue. So that's number 1. They just released 2 of these at market. This is the second one. So it's all the same size and same flosses used and same color for the cording around the finished pillow. So I'm looking forward to getting the rest of these. I might go ahead and start these. They're small, so they should go quickly, and maybe that way I can keep up and possibly have them all stitched by 4th of July. The next market purchase that I have here is Plum Street Samplers Freedom Flock. Eagles. I have a thing for eagles, evidently. That will look really good with George and Martha, the one that I just finished. And let's see, the size of this, it was done on 36 count Hazelwood. I think I may have some of that. And the stitch count is 57 by 91. And it's charted with a variety, DMC, Classic Colorworks, Weeks. The next thing on the pile is from Chrissy, finally a farm girl, Uncle Sam's Parade, little drum. And it is so cute. It's hard to tell. I mean, you can't see, and there's no photo of the other sides of the drum, but on the chart, there is what looks like to be a cow that has like an Uncle Sam hat on, and he has a chicken on his back. So these are all like in a line as if marching in a parade. The wording down here at the bottom says Liberty, Freedom, and Old Glory. And beside Uncle Sam would be, I'm going to guess and assume that that's Betsy Ross. She's carrying a flag, and she is marching with a pig. And looks like an eagle on the pig's back. And then we have Uncle Sam, and he has a little lamb marching with him. And then in front of Uncle Sam, I'm going to guess would be Abraham Lincoln. That doesn't, I'm not sure, but it looks like a figure that would resemble Lincoln. And he also has a pig, and he has the year 1776 above him. And looks like there's a chicken in the row too. So just to kind of fill you in on what else is on the drum, because there's no other photos with the pattern that show what the remainder is. And I like how they finished that, the pen at the top of the drum. I need to get to working on my finishing of some drums. I have a couple of pieces that I want to make into drums. I'm really intimidated by it because I am. I just am. So I need to do kind of do a test run of a drum and work out the bugs and the kinks. I think I'll just take a regular fabric and make one and see how that goes. And then if I wanted to later on, maybe I could attach something to it, a stitch piece, but I think that's going to be how I'm going to try that out. Next market purchase, this is from the Mindful Needle Designs, Dawn Frisk. I think I'm pronouncing that right. This is called Patriotic Crackers. So they're to resemble what would look like firecrackers. So I'm looking forward to doing these and trying that out. So now, now I'm setting myself up. I have a drum, another patriotic drum of a past finish that maybe I'll show you here in a minute. And now these rolls, crackers. So this one, the bottom one says America. It's kind of ghosty out. But I think those are cute. That's a nice different style of a finish. that I think would look really neat with Patriotic Americana display. And then my last market purchase is from Summer House Stitch Works again. This is called the Declaration Coverlets. This is number 1. I've seen a photo of the 2 other pieces that will be coming out eventually, and I love this. There's the whole entire chart. Love that. So it is stitched with, what? The model was stitched on 40 count cream and sugar by Fiber on a Whim, and the flosses are Weeks, Fathom and Cayenne. So I do like those. It looks a little more burgundy. But of course, photography and screens, the colors look different. So that will be, that's a lot of stitching though. That's a lot of stitching, but well worth it. I'm not sure when I might start that. So that was the last of all my market purchases. So a lot more to add to the Patriotic stitching bag. Let's see here if I can show you the other pieces that I was talking about that I've got done. And I won't remember this because I did not pull this out. This isn't another, this was designed, Little Robin Designs, I believe. Americana, I'm not even gonna try. But they were designed in 3 separate pillows, and I thought it would be cool to stitch them all together and then finish it into a drum. And I just haven't because I'm afraid to do it. So this would be another one that I would like to kind of do a drum in. So I need to get it figured out what I'm doing and get these done. I initially stitched it this way to be finished in a drum. Then I thought about maybe just putting it on a coverlet runner, because these remind me of the coverlets. And we'll see how that goes. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you for hanging out with me and checking up on what I've been doing, and come back next time and see, maybe hopefully I'll have a few more finishes and see what I decided to pick up and start next. So thanks again for being with me, and I will see you next time.